This is back when on the border
Was
had
kicking.
the big block party for Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
And ironically, this is the second time I've brought this up in the last 12 hours. We had Chad Horton with the back porch on the Tuesday night show last night.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Chad and Philip were all talking about Cinco de Mayo, how it used to be, how Rednecks hijacked Cinco de Mayo from the Mexican restaurants and bastardized it, and now it sucks.
Right.
Because everybody has like a Cinco de Mayo crawfish bowl now, and all this stuff is like, it's not supposed to be crawfish on Cinco de Mayo. It's supposed to be fajitas and tacos. What are y'all doing? And I need a mariachi band. I don't need no offense, I don't need Philip Yarbrough in the corner. I need mariachi.
I was in Colorado last weekend, and we went to a crawfish bowl, which of course they don't have crawfish in Colorado, but a guy from Louisiana like drove all this up.
Did he cook it too?
Yeah, I mean,
I hope, because who in Colorado knows how to eat
They
crawfish, or cook crawfish?
He was like, I think he was from Louisiana, or one of them was from Mississippi. Actually, I had this shrimp. I just couldn't eat it. The crawfish there. I was like, this doesn't feel right. Like, I'm in Colorado. There's like mountains snowing. I'm like, I don't want to do that. It was funny. There was a Mardi Gras party at this bar, and it was, of course, after Mardi Gras.
Does it even work?
Yeah,
in the thin air up there eating crawfish, I'd be worried I'd have some kind of reaction or something.
Exactly. That was kind of my thought process. I was like, this is just not what I'm into. So, I see what you're saying about Cinco de Mayo. It just kind of doesn't really. They've bastardized. I've seen that a lot. It's not quite what it once was.
Like, I'm not trying to go to a Cinco de Mayo bash that pops around the corner.
Right. It just doesn't fit.
No.
Like, let the Mexican restaurants have what they have, and that's supposed to be Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah, let's get back to fencing off the parking lot and having a parking lot party on Cinco de Mayo.
Mm-hmm.
El Patrio, if y'all are listening right now, I think we really need to do a big Clay Edwards show Cinco de Mayo. Let me help bastardize. Let me bring it back. Let's bring it back home to the Mexican restaurants.
Yeah, and it's only good at like the crappier Mexican, which I only like. I hate to use the word, maybe that's the best way to use it, but I don't like upscale Mexican restaurants.
No, what you mean is dive bar Mexican restaurants.
Yeah, I like dive bar Mexican restaurants.
They had the best food too.
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to name any names, but we know which ones I'm talking about. The real fancy,
the American-owned ones.
Yeah, the elitist ones. Like you go
the one-word ones.
Yeah, those ones exactly. It doesn't have L. It's not
la. It's la or L. I'm not interested. Mm-mm. Yeah, there's a hierarchy to the Mexican restaurants.
There is. There 100% is. I mean, if your bill at the Mexican restaurant, personal, just one person, is like $60, then that place is not good. It's like too expensive. You're just getting your meal. If your meal costs like $25,
first off, they're using sirloin instead of strip steak for their fajitas. And don't get me wrong, it's good, but that's not the experience I'm looking for.
No, I want the $12 enchiladas and the 2-for-1 margaritas. Like that's kind of what I want when I go.
I want to hear a bunch of women over in the bar screeching and hollering because they're about 3 margaritas in.
Yeah, and then there's of course the people that bring their families to, because that's the only place it's like kid acceptable to bring the kids to the Mexican restaurant. They can scream. So like at one table you have the screaming kids, there's college students, and there's the drunk women. It's like every Mexican restaurant there's just like an organization of that.
Yeah, and then the also, like at the El Patrio over there in Brandon, I'll just speak on it because it's my dive bar, so to say. It's a bunch of middle-aged white folks and a couple of black folks, just middle-aged folks that go hibernate in the corner bar over there, and it's the same crew. I mean, you got to be accepted into the club to get a seat, basically. Right. Fortunately, a few of them listen to the show, so they let me pass.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny that it's like that in every Mexican restaurant. If it's a good one, if people are dressed up nice at the Mexican, I've been to some of those before, like not in this city, but like in other cities, when you're like, should I put on a tie? Like, this is really weird.
The Mexican restaurant has replaced Walmart as the place you always find the guy that never left the hometown.
That's the guy with a lot of political opinions too that you never knew about on Facebook. That guy, he's the same guy.
Oh yeah, well, you look, when you start doing political talk for a living, you find those guys. They come out the woodwork.
Yeah,
because what they see like a kindred spirit in me. I'm like, all right, I can finally trauma dump all my political opinions on Clay, which I do not mind it. But dump all y'all want.
Like, I didn't know that Bobby had such an opinion on tariffs. Like I just never would have thought that.
Then tariffs were a month ago. All right, look, we got Sean Yerkeron here in the studio, man. We're getting back comfortable. It's time to take a break, and when we come back,